Hey guys, this is James. I am the associate pastor at Community Bible Church, and I have Sam with me today. Sam is an elder at the church, but also fills many different roles. But today we are going to just go over some of the music we listen to, let you know kind of what we like and what we're listening to, what's on our playlist right now. Maybe not our favorites of all time, but what are we listening to right now? You have a long list.
I have a long list. It'd be way easier to go over what I'm not listening to right now.
Like, I don't know what service do you use right now? Like, do you use Apple Music, Pandora?
What's the green one?
Spotify.
Spotify.
Okay, I use Spotify also. When Spotify tries to make you a playlist, is it just
nonsense.
Random?
Just
anything?
Polka's
Bluegrass.
actually the only thing I listen to. German polka, nothing else.
Okay.
It's good clogging music.
That's what
That's what I've found. I'm a
So
clogger.
tell me some of the things that are on yours right now. You can just quickly go through them. Tell me
Sure.
why you like them.
One of the staples, as much as my music does change, one of the staples is John Foreman. You may know him from Switchfoot, which I do love Switchfoot, but John Foreman's got some awesome
You're
solo
showing your
stuff.
age.
Yeah, that's probably.
I don't know who's watching this, but
I'm showing my age.
depending if
I'm either going to seem really young
are
to
you a
you or
child
really
of the
old
90s
to
or
you.
2000s?
I was born in '90, so a little bit of both.
A little bit of
A little bit of both. But yeah, my wife lovingly teases me that she likes I Am Who I Am, and I say, "What's that mean?" She goes, "You've never been too concerned about staying cool with your music. I just kind of listen to what I listen to, and maybe one day I'll be relevant with my tastes."
So John Foreman.
John Foreman, he's got some great stuff on his solo albums, just some really beautiful songs straight from the Psalms. So it's mellow, it's very relaxed. Like, honestly, if I've had a stressed day, I love to just put on some John Foreman and just him, his guitar, singing scripture, which is beautiful. If I need a little bit more energy, which depending on who you are, as you know me, you might say Sam needs less energy in his life.
A little more John Foreman
A
mellow.
little more John Foreman you might be wishing I listened to. Trip Lee's Waiting Room album. I know it's, I think, a couple years at this point, but man, that's an awesome album. Lecrae's Gravity remains one of my absolute favorite albums. A little bit more recent. Andy Mineo has put out some really great stuff. And what I love about Andy Mineo and then this next artist, NF, just the initials NF, is Mineo and NF are just so vulnerable and honest with their lyrics, right? Like, you
I
feel
feel like Christian music as a whole, I'm not a big fan of. That probably sounds terrible. But a lot of the stuff that I hear on the radio is very, very shallow.
oh, it's so
I think one of the most honest genres right now for Christian music is rap and different types of rock.
yeah.
They're the ones who are being open and transparent and real with their faith. They even sing about the struggles they have, the doubts they have, whatever it is.
I mean, one of the songs from NF that just grips your heart is he's asking, "Do you hear us down here, O Lord?" And he's being honest about, man, there's sometimes where it feels like my prayers are just bouncing off the ceiling. And that level of vulnerability is something that, you're right, and a lot of the pop Christian, you don't get that. You get more just Happy, Happy Georgia, which, don't get me wrong, I love those songs, right? Like, Oh Happiness by Crowder, that song just puts me in a good mood. It just makes me smile, right? He's talking about happiness found in God. But then you also have these artists who are willing to be vulnerable and to admit their flaws and their imperfections, which helps people connect with them in a deeper way. So yeah, if I'm looking for energy, if I'm looking for some rap or some hip hop, Trip Lee, Lecrae, NF, Andy Mineo, those are probably going to be my staples. And then if you're kind of looking for that in between traditional worship and rap, I don't know what you would call alternative maybe, but like Need to Breathe, man, Need to Breathe, I Am They, those are probably two of my favorite bands that get the most play time.
Sure.
How about you?
They're easy to turn on and just leave it in the background, whatever you're doing, whatever you want. So I only have a few written down, and these are specific songs that I like. And I find like my taste, they're not maybe it's all over the place as someone else's, but mine rarely ever have any pop. And that doesn't mean just secular Christian, because I feel like they're maybe going in the same direction. There's a popular type of music.
Yeah.
I don't know why, but it's just not the music I go towards. But Andy Mineo's last two albums have been awesome.
Yes.
I love to listen to them, whether I'm mowing or just in the car, whatever it is. And he has a song called Shame on his latest, and it basically is a song that he wrote about himself and how, if people really knew his heart and his brain and how bad he really is, maybe he appears like a good person, but if people really knew, like, he just hopes they would forgive him if they really knew. But that's how we all are.
Yeah.
We're Romans says that none of us are good. Like, we strive to be holy, but we'll never live up to God's standard.
No, we'll never be perfect.
Not until we're completely sanctified when we get to heaven. So I just think that's just another example of a song being honest. Just say, hey, I'm really not as good as maybe I look. Like, I have a lot of flaws that I wish I could fix. NF was another one. I don't listen to him a whole lot, but recently I've listened. He's been on my playlist a little bit more, and there's a song, Let You Down. I believe that's on secular radio right now. I'm not sure, but I think it is.
He's got a couple.
That's a really good one. If I want to listen to some rock, which is pretty often, old school POD.
Okay. Were they Here Comes the Boom?
Yes.
Oh man, that was
Yeah, it's been a while, but
Yeah.
man, there's stuff I still like it. But I feel like I always will, just because that was like my high school years and even into young adulthood.
Ready for this? If you want to make me think of like middle school, like if you want to make me think of 8th grade or 9th grade, just throw in Reliant K.
Exactly.
Bam.
Reliant
Like
K,
freshman year of
Switchfoot,
high
all that
school.
kind of stuff. So POD, I love, and then I do enjoy some country music.
Of course.
Country music is interesting because there's not like a genre for country Christian or something like that, like there is with Christian rap.
Yeah.
Because country's always had this, they've always walked this line of,
You think of like Carrie Underwood, who's
like there's people on
Yeah.
the radio who sing about God.
Yep.
So it's always a weird, I'm not sure you say you listen to country, but that could mean a million different things.
Sure.
But there's one person who doesn't really even record anymore. He's a producer. His name's Skip Ewing. He is a Christian, and actually sang Christian songs
Okay.
back in the day, 90s.
Back in the day.
But
Wow. Make me
one of
feel
his
old.
songs was Gospel According to Luke, which is a great song. And I love his voice because he's a singer-songwriter, and he appreciates the cleanness of the sound. I don't know how to explain that, but I love listening to that music. And then Dean Brody, which is a Canadian, sings some country, and he has a song called Another Man's Gold. And that is a song about basically finding things that people think are trash, but you're able to find meaning in it that maybe they didn't notice. In the song, it talks about adoption. So, obviously not every adoption's the same story,
Sure.
but there are adoptions where parents just
Don't want the kid.
don't want them. And his scenario was that he was the stepdad who came in and married a mom who had a kid already, but obviously took that kid in as his own. And for me, that hits home because that's kind of my story too with my stepdad. And there's a lot of stepdads that fill that role. They probably don't get as much of the recognition that they should, but man, that song is it's a tearjerker. And then last but not least, on my current list, and probably because we meet every week, and I have recorded some videos for his, but Keegan and Let Them Hear. The dude is talented.
Yeah, man.
But he is in the beginning stages. Got on the radio this past week.
That's awesome.
But he has a unique sound and writes his own music.
Which is always cool.
And it's one of those songs and lyrics that are open and transparent. Talks about his battles that even he's experienced and others around him have experienced. But how does that deal with God? So that's kind of what's on my playlist right now. Andy Mineo, NF, POD, a little bit of country, a little bit of rock.
I'm all over the place. Lauren Daigle, Francesca Battistelli, Sanctus Real, Chris Tomlin, Kyrie Eleison. I don't know how you pronounce it.
I don't know
but
what you just said.
It's a beautiful song. It looks like Kyrie. So just-
Irving?
Yes. So
What's he doing?
type in Chris Tomlin, Kyrie Irving.
Is it a rap
but then
battle?
stop right before the last
not a rap
name.
battle
It's not a
between the
rap
two.
battle. It
Okay.
would be amazing. I would pay to see a Kyrie Irving, Chris Tomlin rap battle. I think it would be one-sided.
Maybe.
I think Chris Tomlin is secretly a rap genius.
Oh.
That's what I'm getting at.
He could be.
But yeah, I listen to pretty much everything,
But mainly polka.
but mainly polka.
You
Like,
forgot to mention that in your playlist.
Well, it's assumed.
Oh,
It's
everybody
assumed,
should
like,
know that.
If I made a list of 100 songs, 99 are going to be polka.
I get it.
So,
But yeah,
I just thought.
but you got to leave the 99 sometimes and go get the one.
Exactly, go get that one song.
Right. Like Kyrie Irving, rap battling.
Like Chris Tomlin, Kyrie Irving rap battle.
Yeah. So look that up on YouTube. It's probably there.
I honestly, with YouTube, it wouldn't even surprise me if there was like 1,000.
Maybe we
results.
can make one somehow. Like
bet we
make
could.
Kyrie.
Just dub his interviews. Yeah, we could do it.
We
You
need to
could do it.
find-
I
we
can't
need to find
operate my
somebody good
phone.
with video.
But that's
So,
what
yeah,
we're listening
that's
to.
it. That's our playlist.
Yeah, let us know. What's been your favorite song of the last, let's say, month? I don't know how else.
Dude, I just went back like 2 decades. I don't know.
Wow, but dude,
That's old music.
we're old.
Yeah. Let us know. Let us know what you're listening to. And don't just say all what we want to hear.
Yeah, don't say K-Love. I
Don't
know
say-
you're listening to K-Love. Just give me a song. Give me something. You know, how about this? What is one of your favorite songs that people would be surprised to find out?
That is a good one. That is a good one. I'll put my answer in there.
Okay.
And I'll
Tell him to put
Addie
my
put your
answer in
answer.
there. Or yeah, Adeline can do my answer.
All right. That's it.
All right.
We'll go listen to some polka.
There we go.
See ya.